Hello and welcome to Represent NYC on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. My name is Victoria Bert. I'm the producer of this show. Joining us now is a guest that we've had on many times before, and his name is Mark Levine, City Council member who represents District 7. How are you today, Mark?
I'm fine. It's great to see you, Victoria.
It's good to see you too. I recently responded to a tweet of yours about how long it took for the COVID-19 test to come back after taking a nasal swab and an antibodies blood test. Mine took 14 days. At what point is the test become invalid if the results are 2 weeks later?
Well, it's pointless if a test takes 2 weeks. Honestly, if a test takes 1 week, what you're risking is that someone who's contagious will be out walking around, potentially spreading the virus, not knowing that they are positive. You need rapid results for contact tracing, to protect schools, to slow the spread. And what we've got now is an epic national failure. Still, 5 months into this pandemic, there's simply a shortage of all the resources for labs, from equipment to reagents, to the chemicals you need to run the machines, to basic supplies. It's created backlogs at all the national labs, and it is a national problem because labs that service New York also service Florida and Texas and places in the country which are surging right now. This can only be solved by the federal government. They need to activate what's known as the Defense Production Act to mobilize production of all the shortage equipment and materials, to solve the supply chain problems, to solve the lab capacity problems. New York City is also going to have to change the way it's managing this. We have really since June just told everybody to get a test. Everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what your situation is. And we've been particularly running these through CityMD, which has a special agreement with the city, which is testing everybody who walks in, even if they're not walking in for a test. They could be walking in for another medical issue. That's just clogging up the system. And it's also creating real inequities. In neighborhoods, wealthier, whiter neighborhoods, the testing rates are much higher and the positivity rates are much lower. Well under 1% of the tests are coming back in positive in wealthier zip codes. But in poor areas, including Uptown Manhattan and including places like the Central Bronx, Southeast Queens, testing rates are much lower and the positivity rates are much higher, as much as 15%. So we're going to have to reorient our testing and really focus on the people who are highest at risk.